moving on. Europa League.
You know now. Hey, give me a prediction for Europa.
My prediction.
Yes.
You really want my prediction?
Yeah, I want your prediction.
I saw Newcastle break a 70-year curse
Okay.
and win the Carling Cup or the Carabao Cup. I saw Bologna take on AC Milan in the Coppa Italia final and break a 50-year curse. And they won the Coppa Italia.
Yeah, really. I know where it's going to.
You know where I'm going to. Manchester United. You know that guy calls bro. They're taking on Tottenham. A Tottenham player, a former Tottenham player, arguably their greatest ever player, who they said was cursed, had never won a title. Finally, for the first time in this same season, with Newcastle and Bologna, went on to win his first league title, Harry Kane, the Bayern Munich. I'm giving it to Tottenham. Do your worst.
Guy, I repeat, because I've said it in my mind already.
Yeah.
I'm repeating it outside.
Yes.
You know if you happen.
You know if it happened, yeah?
How?
Now I would have said we should bet.
Nah,
anybody that loses, you have a baby. So let's feed our children.
The man, I know. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I don't know. Funny thing is that I'm not even saying this because of you. If I was to tilt in any direction, yeah, I would say Manchester United normally, because many of you saw my Champions League predictions and I got half right. I got half. You went other half incorrect, but somehow I just think it's the season of curses being broken. Like this is the kind of season that pastors will make crusades out of.
Yeah, crusade.
Your time is now. Tottenham, your time is now. Tottenham, your time is now. And to a large extent, I think if Tottenham goes on to win Europa League for world peace.
What kind of peace?
You're an Arsenal fan.
There's no peace.
You're
At least not in London. There's no peace in London.
Probably, and you're an Arsenal fan in Nigeria. Yeah.
That's my only respect.
And Manchester United fans will tell you that they won something.
No, I will live with Man U. Man U, historically, are a bigger club than Arsenal. They've won more trophies than Arsenal.
I think both teams are 16th and 17th in the league right now. If I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken.
16th
and 17th.
A lot is riding
in the Premier League, playing in a European final.
A lot is riding on that game, because that game is the ticket to the Champions League for whoever wins.
Yeah, whoever wins, automatic ticket, yes.
Yeah. And it's usually Man U's back door. They always hold that key.
Yeah, they must
in
always
case
have,
it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
because their form in the Europa League has been somewhat like the possessed team. Like the quarterfinal stage where we thought they were out against Lyon.
I blame
up by 2.
I blame Lacazette for that.
Then down by 2.
Yeah.
5 minutes to go, they scored 3 goals. How does that happen?
Harry Maguire.
Cross and nod.
Harry Maguire.
The oldest English trick in the book. It never fails.
It works.
It never fails.
It works. Always works.
And then Tottenham, I mean, granted, we don't really watch their games in Europa League, because if you're watching Europa League, you're watching Man U. You get me? So, but they've also shown that they want to win. Very dark black man.
Very dark problematic man. All right. Tottenham Hotspur, Salah. Manchester United. Europa League final. Everybody seems to be breaking curses. And I'm still of the opinion, I feel that this is Tottenham's year. I'm talking like a pastor right now. I feel.
Pastor Theophilus. That's a nice ring to it.
Yeah, of course, think about it, but let's not talk about that. But I still feel Bologna could do it. Newcastle could do it. Harry Kane was always going to win the title, but finally he has won the title. I think it's Tottenham's year. And I'm still of the opinion that Manchester United have not done well by a lot of players. Marcus Rashford, Anthony, Scott McTominay, quite a number of these players, while they were Manchester United, I will not. Let's leave Sancho out of the equation, because
Sancho is the anomaly.
Yeah, Sancho seems to talk down on the club, but every other player that has gone hasn't really said much about the club. You understand? And for instance, I know, Rashford is homegrown. Although Anthony came because obviously he was signed by Ten Hag and whatnot, they achieved a lot together at Ajax and all of that. But these are guys that have all moved on from Manchester United, and they seem to be doing well. They seem to be performing exceptionally well. Anthony is in the final with Betis. Scott McTominay is at Napoli, on the verge of probably winning a title for Napoli, even though they're without Victor Osimhen. He scored about 11 or 10 goals this season, if I'm not mistaken. Very good return. He's gone there and become prime Kvaratskhelia or whatnot. I have seen Marcus Rashford playing for Aston Villa and performing. I don't know. Am I wrong if I think Tottenham should go through?
Well, like I said, you made a very, very what's that word is very
Cogent argument.
very reasonable argument.
Reasonable argument, yes.
But I'm about to be reasonable right now. I don't care. Man, you has to win this Europa League final.
For obvious reasons.
You understand?
Yeah.
This is one of those very rare moments I'm actually happy I am not in London. Imagine the scenes.
Tottenham
wins the Europa League final.
You know,
And they jump from 16th in the.
I think it was in 2019 or so, just before the pandemic, when Tottenham played the final against Liverpool. Mm-hmm. Your heart must have been in your mouth that day.
Oh, definitely. I was.
Imagine if Tottenham had won a Champions League final.
Smash and grab 1-0 and that was it. Imagine they
ahead of Arsenal.
I will have stopped supporting.
Champions of Europe, you will never sing that.
Yeah, you know the songs you'll be singing.
Bro.
Imagine someone like Expressions oozing. He will do like a 1 hour piece on why Tottenham is the greatest club
ever
in London. So no, see, Man should win it. I have a lot of Man fans here that we banter ourselves. Yes, I'll take the banter. They are the best club they are the best club in England. They are miles ahead of Arsenal. They're greater than Arsenal. Yes, I'll take.
I agree, but they are 17th on the table.
Oh, well, like I said, I'll take that banter.
They should be. You see, Man U fans. If we want to be honest with ourselves, you guys should be playing the championship next season, not in the Champions League. You should be in the Championship. You and Burnley and Luton Town and all the other things that you guys seem to be in the same set these days, because you shouldn't be competing in the same competition as FC Barcelona. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, fair enough. I mean,
no, it is what it is.
You can't be winning the Europa League and be 17th on the table.
17th on the table and
having automatic
access.
Pass.
You see why Arsene Wenger will always be the GOAT in my book, because some Man U fans now, no offense, no disrespect, will come out and say they've had a better season
than Arsenal. Because Arsenal
did not win anything this season. I mean, I know. Come on.
Let them continue being. They call it delusional.
Yeah.
Let them continue being illusional. Let them continue being illusional.
Because if with what we have seen this season, it didn't look like Man U was going to get better. So it means you can always get worse.
True.
You escaped. You're 17 this year. You just want more position. Go 18th by May next year. You never can tell.
No, Man, you cannot relegate. Hey?
I know people that will literally pass out.
I know, Man, you cannot.
I know people that will deactivate their social media accounts.
So many fans don't even like what is happening right now.
Some are so comfortable.
And because they're in the finals,
they're in the finals.
Like you said, it's like a placebo. That crack.
Yeah.
That crack. Yes, we're not doing well, but there's chance for
Super degree of comfort.
When Tehag won the FA Cup, when he won the Carling Cup, but eventually they saw they had to sack him. Now they're 17th. Is it 16 or 17?
17. They are 17. 16 and 17. Tottenham and Manchester United.
And there's still a chance for them to win an European title. So that is the what's it? That's like the.
Don't be surprised if there's a review or a rule change after this, because I don't understand.
Like you said, like they'll tell that Bologna won the Italian Cup,
Coppa Italia.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, they get a
qualification into the Europa League. Yes.
With that victory.
Yeah.
So imagine. Because of this,
and Bologna, in contrast to Manchester United, have had a fantastic season in the Italian league.
Not even buying that, but just looking like it in the way that Bologna have qualified to the Europa League because they won the title, the Coppa Italia.
Yeah.
There is Man U or Tottenham, whichever one it is, about to win the Europa League, and both of them are languishing in 16 and 17. What if Europa says, okay, for you to earn that Champions League qualification by winning Europa League, you have to either be in the Europa League qualification on your table in your league, but if you are outside that top 6 or top 5, you will have to play a team that is either in that same bracket or has won a cup competition.
Yes.
In order to earn.
There's a reason why top 4 was always
the prize, kind of.
The prize. If you know you could not compete for the league title, because there were some other superpowers in code that were clearly better than you. Mm-hmm. You could, it's okay, fine. As long as I don't drop out of the top 4 race, I'm good. Or worst case scenario, I end up in the top 6, I make it to Europa. Or the Conference League, I finish 7th or 8th, I make it to the Conference League. But somehow, the 17th place team in the English Premier League, or the 16th and 17th place team in the English Premier League,
one of them is about to play in the Champions League next season.
One of them will definitely play in the UEFA Champions League next season. A league that has seen the likes of PSG this season, Inter Milan, Liverpool, FC Barcelona. Man U and Tottenham will play in that same competition. Man U or Tottenham will play in that same competition.
For what is what, Sha? For what is what?
UEFA, you do this one.
For what is what? Man U is bigger than most of those clubs you just mentioned.
Man U is bigger than who?
Yes. Inter Milan, PSG, yes. Man U is bigger. Can I argue that Man U is so
Man U is bigger than them, yes. Nottingham Forest has also won the UEFA Champions League. They're bigger than Arsenal. In that regard, I get where you're coming from.
You know why they're not? Because they are nowhere near top flight football anymore.
It doesn't matter. They are on the cusp of playing in Europe this season.
Yeah, that's the thing. So let them come back. But they've been out of it.
Bottom line is,
mind you are still relevant in Europe.
They are relevant in Europe because they
I said Europe, not Champions League.
Yes, but it doesn't. Whilst I get what you're saying, it still doesn't change the fact that the 16th and 17th place team in the English Premier League will be competing in the finals of the Europa League this season. One of them is definitely going to make it to the Champions League next season because of this rule. I think it's shit if you ask me.
It's not a rule. I think it's a reward. So maybe the reward needs to be revisited, maybe readjusted. Like I said, have them earn it if they didn't earn it in their league. Kind of sort of. I don't make the rules. I'm not sure if I want myself in my. I've seen me in my own.
But then again, good luck to Tottenham Hotspur. Moving on.
Man U for the title.
Tottenham, come on, you Spurs.
Really.
All right.